Today we'll be talking about Dugsi and about other things as well. Now, when we rank the niggas that went to Dugsi, usually these are their placements, you feel me? Now, this is not about their experiences, just how far they went. Because clearly you got some niggas that lived like this. Now, the typical day for other people was they would wake up their parents maybe. Other niggas used to cry about Kumans. But the universal Dugsi experience is one of these, you feel me? Whether it's the ass whooping, the islands, or that one kid. Either way, you had to experience something. You had to be up by 9, we'll do it in the winter, don't matter, get ready, travel, don't matter where. Walk down the staircase to some goddamn dungeon and you already hear the screams of the kids about to get killed. And this is before you walked into the class, because as soon as you did, now you see a 21-year-old getting checked by the island, and the first thing he's gonna do is get whipped for his haircut. Or the nigga probably cuts about half a page. Now when it's your turn, the island about to check you like this, bro.
Look at the car, look.
Folks didn't even let you pass that first bissin and you was out here ready to cuss my page. Now you better get your ass whooped.
Mr. Tough Guy.
And you just got whooped in front of the girls, so now your ass can't even shed a tear, bro, and sit right back next to the guys. And listen, bro, this is a boot camp, so if you have more than an inch of hair, you better get your ass whooped. If you got curls, you a bitch. If you got dreads, you a gangster. Usually the family structures at the Dugsies were mostly like this. You usually had that one parent, or you know, whether it was the mom or dad locked in with the 2 kids, or you had a troubled dad and a troubled kid just going through bullshit. And you always had that big family that had the sheikh, everybody. It had the 2 kids that already finished the Quran, the little niggas in the hijab, and you always had to have the kid that always held himself back by going back to the green book or just Amma. And it wouldn't seem like this was 100 IQ till you seen what they did to the Tahfid, the Ma'ad kids, you feel me? Now Ma'ad is really Tajweed, and the Tahfid classes where they had all these niggas supposed to like 10 pages. Now when I went there, bro, I swear to God, the first Ma'ad I had, this nigga already killed everybody, young, old, 20-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and that nigga told me, and my dumb ass said, and I'm not know he's one of these type of islands, you feel me? I know when I seen the class look like this, you feel me? And niggas reading like that. So the nigga grabbed my kitab, closed it, looked at me dead in the face, said, that nigga is 8 years old and he already 2 pages ahead of you. Man, I said, damn. Mind you, already customer. So this nigga gave me back the kitab, told me go stand, feel me somewhere, and then he told me face the wall, and every 15 minutes, if you don't cuss about, I'm whooping your ass. Bro, listen, you know damn well I'm not cussing about shit, fam. This is not race bait, this is just abuse. Now some niggas just romanticize this shit like this some boot camp where they broke us down to build us up. And I'm like, bro, that's not how you learn the ABCs, bro. Now I remember one day I got lucky and the meme passed me to one of his student minds, you feel me? And I'm thinking, oh yeah, bro. So you know, I cuss about, you know, shit was easy. What a nigga spun back said, bro, that nigga cuss about, I do not believe that shit, bro. Bro said cuss about again, and when I did, bro, and I made my first mistake, bro, this nigga then proceeded to whoop my ass, bro. Now everything about here is going to just be about the discussion about Dugsi school. What is the Minneapolis Madness? You feel me? This is a topic that was started by this one sheikh, and we're really going to try to break it down. Now he talked about the Dugsi daycare school and about broken families in Minnesota in general. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the daycare generation. Now we're going to get some facts down before we watch the vid, right? Now remember this, 2 classes of little kids cost us $1 million, fam.
One of the most dangerous issues impacting the youth is that they are a product of the daycare system. I call them the daycare generation kids. The kids causing havoc in the community today never really had a childhood. They were bought into the system.
This is a discussion, so there's no point of disagreeing and all that. But remember now that he says that this is the daycare generation. Feel me? He wants to make sure that the #1 problem with these niggas was daycare. But he says in another clip, which I agree with, that it was institutions. And look at the schedule he tells you about.
The schedule of many of the youth for the last 10 to 15 years, look at the type of life they lived. You wake at 5 a.m., you get on the bus at 6 o'clock for school, you get out at 3:30. The daycare bus is waiting for them 3:30 at the place. The daycare bus is waiting for them at the place. Picks them up, right? Takes them to daycare by 4. They are in the daycare till 9 to 9:30 p.m. at night. Imagine doing that 7 days a week for a decade. On the weekends, it would be Dugsi, and then right away to daycare. A decade, sometimes more than that, of your whole life. The daycare generation.
Now, usually you could tell someone's priorities based on their schedules, right? So now most of the time we spent as a kid, we were sleeping or going to school. Now this left Dugsi and daycare. Now that's during the school year. So now think about this. When you're spending most of your time getting whooped at Dugsi, getting checked at daycare, and then going to school where you're getting checked again, the thing about it is he talked about it as well.
Imagine doing that 7 days a week for a decade. On the weekends, it would be Dugsi, and then right away to daycare.
The part I disagree is he tries to blame one institution when there's all of them, you feel me?
So bad behavior, lack of control, lack of discipline.
It's like, how bad are these kids if they're getting whooped at Dugsi, they're getting checked at school, they're getting their parents or have to be involved at this point, you feel me? It's like, where are the teachers, where are the sheikhs? Like, those are the adults, you feel me? Because people always talk about the village, and I be telling them, the system is the village. That's why this guy's literally gonna say how the person is gonna try to burn the system, you feel me?
Lack of having a proper childhood, lack of parents involved in their childhood years leads to a lot of pressure over time. So that by the time they get out of the daycare system, they're not controllable because they were trying to do a coup of the daycare system for a decade.
Now the problem I have with this is that usually the kid is still going to school and they're going to Dugsi. So it's like, what are we talking about? And usually a kid gets a job at 16. Fam, you cannot blame the daycare system. This is why I blame the school to prison pipeline that usually even impacts every black people, you feel me? Any male, you know, at the end of the day. And then you got Dugsi who weaponized fear, you feel me? So it's like, okay, now I'm getting checked here, you know? Then you got daycare where if you're not being neglected in the dean way or you're being secularized as the sheikh would say, then you're being whooped, you feel me? So it's like now you get whooped by 3 different places if your dad doesn't whoop you. And if you think I'm lying about this neglect or abuse, wallah billah to lie, no lie, this guy's talking to a sheikh. Look what he's telling him.
Recently, one of the brothers was talking to a daycare owner, and the daycare owner said, if my life is busy on a day, I would never take my kids to the daycare. This guy owns a daycare. He would never take his own kids to the daycare. Why? Look at the statement that he said. Look at the statement that he said. He said, عيال كلنا عيال daycare كده جاية. What does that mean? يعني kids, only parents who hate their kids, who don't want them to succeed in life, would take them to the daycare system. So me as a daycare owner, why would I take my kids to the daycare?
Bro, this guy's talking to the sheikh like this, bro. This is our businessman, right? This guy has a wife, he has family, he has kids, and this is how he deals with other people's families. Whether it's single mothers, people from broken families, people who are living below income, and this is how he moves. And remember, I told you, bro, a class full of kids is $1 million a month.
تنجو بأمتنا وترفع راية القرآن تحدو ركب عزتنا وتسمو في العلا قيما